Hey guys, how you going? I don't know if you've noticed how much the Democrats seem to be losing the plot. Um, we've got Joe Biden here, who can't even figure out how many terms he'd serve if he wins the White House. Not only that, Joe Biden has recently said something about children love to rub the hairs on his legs and make them stand up on end. That was really weird and creepy. Then you had when he spoke to the back of the room. He spoke to like a wall, and all the people were standing behind him, and he was speaking to them, but he was facing the back of the room, which was also really weird. But anyway, we'll read this and see what it says, and this looks like a bit of a comedy, him sitting in that. I don't know why, his face, it just... Biden signals to aides that he would serve only a single term, blared the headline in Politico, an inside the Beltway liberal news site. Former Vice President Joe Biden's top advisors and prominent Democrats outside the Biden campaign have recently revived a long-running debate whether Biden should publicly pledge to serve only one term, with Biden himself signalling to aides that he would serve only a single term, said the lead. While the option of making a public pledge remains available, Biden has for now settled on an alternative strategy, quietly indicate that he will almost certainly not run for a second term, while declining to make a promise that he and his advisers fear could turn him into a lame duck and sap him of his political capital, the outlet continues. The story cited 4 people who speak regularly. Okay, this is someone's made a huge mistake. The story cited 4 people who regularly speak with Biden. If Biden is elected, one advisor to the campaign told the news outlet, he's going to be 82 years old in 4 years and he won't be running for re-election. He's going into this thinking, I want to find a running mate I can turn things over to after 4 years. But if that's not possible or doesn't happen, then I'll run for re-election. But he's not going to publicly make a one-term pledge, another advisor reportedly said. Kate Bedingfield, Biden's deputy campaign manager and communications director, declined Politico's request for comment, the Hill reported. But later, after the story had exploded across the internet, she took to Twitter to deny the report. Lots of chatter out there on this, so just want to be crystal clear. This is not a conversation our campaign is having and not something VP Biden is thinking about. Biden's deputy campaign manager and communications director, Bedingfield, wrote. And that's just the Twitter. So which is it? Is he going to or not? If he ran, would he serve to? Oh, God help everyone. I think you'd have a... that would be one hell of a mentally ill president, to be honest. There's something wrong with this man. And it's not just him either. It's not just him, guys. You've also got Nadler caught drooling on himself during the live TV impeachment hearing with video. Caught on video, Pelosi's General Jerry Nadler drools on himself on live TV during impeachment hearing. And really, that just looks like part of that other guy's jacket, but wait till you see the video. Nancy Pelosi, oh, she can't talk either, needed her generals to step up this week, and Jerry Nadler did not disappoint. Nadler was caught drooling on himself on live TV. Watch closely, Jerry Nadler drooling on himself at the hearing yesterday. You see it near the front of his chin. There it goes. Nadler was so lost a top Liberal donor guest had to tell him when to gavel on Republicans. If I read that the way it was, it doesn't make sense. Watch as a Democrat donor instructs Jerry Nadler to bang the gavel to stop Matt Gaetz from making excellent points and exposing Democrat corruption.
Is the person that wrote the report, is the person that should come and present it, and you weren't elected by anybody, and you're here. Is the person that wrote the report, is the person that should come and present it, and you weren't elected by anybody.
So, not only that, but when you hear Pelosi, when she talks, she slurs so much that she sounds like she's plastered. Absolutely plastered Pelosi. There you go, plastered Pelosi. And I think she has dentures, as a lot of people seem to think from her, the way she keeps doing things with her mouth. And I can honestly say, I had trauma a few years ago, and from that, I lost most of my teeth. So I have dentures, and I can understand why she talks like with a bit of a slur, because I'm sure I sound like I slur sometimes. I promise you I'm not drunk. I don't drink at all. I can't drink. It's something, allergic or something to it. Intolerant, maybe. But anyway, so I can understand how you slur, because it's taking me a very, very long time to learn how to talk again. What it feels like is you've got a mouthful of marbles. But with Pelosi, it's more that what she says is like, she sounds like she's losing the plot as well, to be honest. And if I was up in front of people making a speech like Pelosi has to, and the whole world's going to see it, you want to bet your bottom dollar I'm going to try and talk the best I can with the teeth on. Even if it does feel like you've got a mouthful of marbles. You've got to get used to talking again with it. And also, I wonder sometimes if she's chomping them around in her mouth because she's just eaten and maybe there's food stuck in there or something. But regardless of that, Pelosi herself also seems to be losing the plot. Not just her teeth. The whole of her seems to be losing the plot. So, So if I sound like I talk funny, it's probably because I do. And in a way, me making these videos helps me probably more than it's helping any of you guys, because it's teaching me to talk again and talk clear and try and enunciate the words properly and even pronounce words properly, because as I said, it feels like you've got a mouthful of marbles, and if you tried pronouncing words with a mouthful of marble, it's very hard to do. Oh dear. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to tell you that. I also did get a little bit of criticism on one of my comments, but I don't look at it, it's not a bad, not a bad thing, because it is going to make me try, and what he actually said was, can you read? Yes, I can, but my eyes and my brain are going too fast for my mouth to keep up. But it's not just that. No, I'm getting used to trying to read out loud again. Because I always read to myself. I don't say it out loud, so, But what that criticism does is I don't dislike the person for saying it, good on them, whatever. But it'll make me try and do better, to try and read better, and to try and pronounce my words better. So I try and turn things into a positive, if you know what I mean, even a negative. Try and turn it around to a positive and say, rightio, well, okay, well, I do understand, because it would be hard for a listener to be listening to that if I'm constantly making mistakes. So that just makes me want to improve on each video that I do. So anyway, guys, that's just a little story from me. Nothing to do with anything really, but just in case if you notice my voice, my speech changing, or if I do sound like I'm slurred sometimes, or it is the teeth. I'll tell you that right now. They're extremely hard to get used to. Yeah, so there you go. Something you didn't know, now you know. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll talk to you soon. I've just had a break over the last few days because of the smoke, as I said. So, yeah, take care and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.